Tamil is a classical language and one of the major languages of the Dravidian language family. The Tamil language has retained almost 805 of its features of the original Dravidian language, spoken predominantly by Tamils in India, Sri Lanka, Malaysia, and Singapore. In the year 1996, it was the 18th most spoken language with over 74 million speakers worldwide. Hey everybody, my name is Leroy Kenton, and yeah, I know some of you guys are super happy to see this episode because you've been requesting for us to do a video on Tamils for a long time, the Tamil language or the Tamil people, but in this episode I'm focusing just on the Tamil language and looking at some of the history of it. Now guys, honestly, if you want to see more videos about Tamils and the Tamil culture, give this video a thumbs up, and if we reach over 1,000 likes, we're going to be producing a lot more videos about Tamils and the Tamil culture. So I'm super excited for that. I just want to ensure that when we're going to be producing new videos that you guys actually want to see them. And now before I get into this episode, I just want to ask you this. What is your favorite language? Let me know down there. Okay, so let's move on into the history of the Tamil language. So the history of the Tamil language can actually be divided into three periods. In the first period, we have Old Tamil, and that was from 300 BCE to 700 CE. Short inscriptions supposedly from the 2nd century were written in a variant of the Brahmi script called Tamil Brahmi. These were found in caves and are the earliest records supporting the evidence of Old Tamil. The consonants, the syllable structure, and various grammatical forms are some of the many features of the Proto-Dravidian language that the Old Tamil preserved. And then the next period of time is the medieval Tamil, and that was from 700 CE to 1200 CE. So the evolution of Old Tamil into Middle Tamil by the 8th century was categorized by a significant increase in the Sanskritization of Tamil. From the period of the Pallava dynasty, many Sanskrit words were used in Tamil. And then we have modern Tamil, and that's from 1600 to the present day. And this is a spoken Tamil today, and it shows a lot of changes from Middle Tamil. However, unlike other major languages, modern Tamil has not experienced any transformation as such at all in over 2 millennia. Now, what I mean by that is that the core of the system of grammar has remained unchanged throughout Old, Middle, and Modern Tamil. So the 2,000-year-old Tamil classic called the Tirukkural can be read by modern Tamil kids very easily. In fact, Tamil has the longest unbroken literary tradition amongst the 4 Dravidian languages, which are Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, and Malayalam. Also, the Tamil language varies linguistically across 3 different dimensions, and those are geography, caste, and dialects. So there's 6 regional dialects that can be classified as East, West, North, South, Central, and Sri Lankan. Sri Lankan Tamil is more conservative since it retains older features of the language. Okay, so now I want to go a little bit deeper into the history of the Tamil language. So as I mentioned briefly earlier, Tamil was born from the Proto or reconstructed Dravidian language that is thought to have existed before 500 BC. There was an Aryan invasion or migration theory that suggests that it caused the Proto-Dravidians to be separated out into Proto-South Dravidian, Proto-North Dravidian, and also Proto-Central Dravidian. Then there was a further branch called Proto-Central South Dravidian that Proto-Telugu branched off into. Tamil and Kannada later separated into Proto-Tamil and Proto-Kannada somewhere around 3 BC. Old Tamil then split into Middle Tamil and Malayalam during the Middle Ages. Yeah, so I hope you guys follow that. Now in actuality, we really don't know a lot about the origin of Tamil. In fact, the origins of all classical languages are really unclear. What we do know is that Tamil is older than the 1st century BC, when Tolkappiyam, one of the world's oldest works of grammar, was written. Since Tolkappiyam talks a lot about grammar and structure, that suggests that the language must have been in use way before that time. And it's believed that the earliest Tamil literature goes back to the Tamil Sangams, which were literary organizations that built the language, and they believed to have existed around the time period of 600 BC to 200 AD. Now, the compilation of work that was produced in the Sangams is known as the Sangam literature. 3 Sangams at Madura, Kapatapuram, and northern Madura are believed to have existed. Now, most of these works relating to the first two Sangams dealt mainly with music as well as dance, and Tolkappiyam is the only available work of these two Sangams. The Sangam literature were secular in nature and revolved a lot around the themes of various heroes as well as heroines. The Sangam literature provides highly valuable information on the social, economic, and political life of the people living in Tamil Nadu in the early Christian centuries. Okay guys, so that was your brief look of the history of the Tamil language. And don't forget, if you want to know more about the Tamil culture as well as the language, the Tamil people, just give this video a big thumbs up, and if we get over 1,000 likes, we're definitely going to be doing that. And don't forget to leave your suggestions on what future videos you want to see us do next. You can also follow me on social media. Those links are down below. You can keep up to date with what I'm doing when I'm not filming these episodes. Until next time guys, stay awesome, and I'll see you real soon. Here guys, so here's some videos that we highly recommend. There's a playlist for you. We can learn more about our world. Be sure to come back every single day here on FTD Facts for new episodes, and that way you can keep on learning and brag to your friends and families just how smart you are.
In ancient times, Somali merchants traded spices to the powers of the Mediterranean Sea. However, these spices were not native to these lands, so where did they come from? Our journey starts in the Horn of Africa. Leaving from any of these trade cities, we travel eastwards into the open ocean. For months, one would be surrounded by nothing but water on all sides, until we reach land again, southern India. This land is inhabited by the Tamil people, who called it Tamilakam. At this time, however, it was far from a unified state. Tamilakam was divided between 3 dynasties, collectively called the Moovendar. Our first stop is the city of Mazaris in the Kingdom of Chera. This city was Chera's main port, and was key to the interactions between South India and the rest of the ancient Indian Ocean. It would have been common to see ships loaded with cargo from all around the known world docking in Mazaris. Its most important exports were spices, such as black pepper, which grew in the mountains surrounding the city, gemstones, and Chinese silk. Leaving this rich city and heading south, we reach the Cape of Comorin. Here the control of the Cheras ends. We are now in the territory of the Pandya Kingdom. Pandya was governed from the city of Madurai on the shores of the Vaigai River. But in order to reach the Pandyan centre of administration, a ship would first need to sail to the port city of Koti at the river delta. Koti was known for its pearls, being nicknamed the greatest emporium of trade in India. But while Koti enjoyed its reputation at the centre of the pearl trade, Madurai was the cultural centre of Tamilakam. Poets and bards assembled under royal patronage there, and in these meetings, anthologies of poems were composed. Travelling further north up the eastern coast of India, ships would reach the port of Chebaris, in the final of the 3 trading kingdoms. Chebaris marked the border between Pandya and Chola, lying in the Kaveri River delta. Like Koti, Chebaris served as an entry gate to the kingdom, as well as being a pearly fishing site. Flowing upstream, we would reach Chola's power centre, Arayur. This city was known to be the biggest in textile manufacturing, and was especially known for exporting muslins. Although in this voyage we've made it seem like these dynasties had peaceful relations, the truth is that the Moovendar would often be fighting each other, in a constant power struggle to see who would dominate the rich lands of Tamilakam. As always, thank you for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe for more great historical content, and be sure to check out our Discord in the description below.
Indian history can be a bit tricky for the uninitiated. In an effort to build a cohesive story for a nation whose people have been stitched together into a sort of post-colonial Frankenstein, we're given only a thin slice of the whole. The Indus Valley Civilization, the Mauryas, the Guptas, the Mughals, the British Raj, and the independence movement. Simple, clean, and limited. And quite frankly, a bit stale. Here's the dirty little secret of Indian history. We rarely learn about its most interesting players, only its most convenient ones. Well, that's about to change right now. Meet the Cholas, a visionary maritime empire from the deep south of India, in a region known as Tamil country. The Cholas were many things, warlike, opportunistic, and politically manipulative, but above all, they were ambitious. By the medieval era, they had fashioned themselves into a regional hegemon that dominated their contemporaries in India and Southeast Asia, and established extensive intercontinental trade networks. Perhaps the single most impressive feat of the Cholas was their naval invasion of Southeast Asia in 1025 CE, part of a multi-generational effort to gain supremacy over international sea trade. The story of that invasion, and the century of pseudo-colonial intervention that followed, is one that challenges conventional perceptions of Indian empire. But let's dig into some historical context first. The Chola dynasty first came into being sometime around 300 BCE in the Kaveri River delta. From the beginning, the Cholas were reliant on the sea for wealth, their ports visited by ships from lands as far away as China and Rome. In the early medieval era, the Cholas were nothing more than a mere vassal kingdom to the dominant Pallavas. That all changed, however, when the Pallavas found themselves embroiled in a series of conflicts in 850 CE. From their core city of Urayur, the Cholas exploited an opportunity to capture the city of Thanjavur from the Pallavas, thereby wresting control of the region from their former overlords. Over the next 150 years, the Cholas went through what might be considered a civilizational golden age. Tamil arts, culture, and language flourished. Government administration was centralized and improved. Using processed palm leaves as a sort of paper substitute, the Cholas kept copious records, from administrative reports to legal disputes to internal reviews of official misconduct. Meanwhile, surveys and centralized revenue collection ensured fairness in taxation. The Cholas also introduced elected councils whose officials were subject to regular auditing. These and other reforms undercut the role of local feudatories, thus consolidating Chola power and creating the infrastructure necessary to maintain a large, well-run empire. But it was this man, Rajendra Chola I, who would put them on the world stage. As crown prince, Rajendra led campaigns against neighboring rivals. Under the command of his father, Rajaraja Chola, he conquered the Western Ganga dynasty, the Cheras, and the Pandyas. Together, they extended the boundaries of the empire over much of South India and Sri Lanka, defeating their enemies and forging deep political and familial alliances with the Telugus of Vengi. Thus, by the time Rajendra Chola I ascended to the throne in 1014 CE, he had inherited an empire on the precipice of historical greatness. Freshly coronated and no doubt influenced by his father's expansionary policies, Rajendra began to shape into being a true cross-regional empire. Rajendra was a busy man. In less than a decade, he used his navy to blockade and subdue rebellious lords along the Malabar coast, carved out territories belonging to the Western Chalukyas, supported his nephew's succession claims in Telugu country, finished his father's conquest of Sri Lanka, occupied the Maldives, and established Chola dominance over the Andaman Islands, thus securing a forward base into Southeast Asia. He also installed his sons as regional viceroys to further entrench central control over these dominions. But even after all of this, he was just getting started. In 1023 CE, Rajendra decided to raid northern India. He marched with his armies to the northeast, all the way up to the banks of the river Ganges. On the way, he defeated the forces of Kalinga, and, with the path cleared to Bengal, descended upon the Pala kingdom and defeated them too. Rajendra was so pleased with himself that when he defeated the Pala kingdom, he filled up large tanks with water from the river Ganges and transported them all the way back to the Chola heartland. To commemorate the victory, he constructed a formidable temple at the center of the new capital city, Gangaikonda Cholapuram, meaning conqueror of the Ganges, and blessed it with his pillaged holy water. But why all this warmongering? Why risk everything to subdue distant enemies? See, the Indian subcontinent lies at the center of an oceanic trade superhighway known as the Maritime Silk Road. The importance of the Maritime Silk Road cannot be overstated. For thousands of years, ancient powers moved significant cargo along these routes. Early writings in Tamil country describe streets packed to the brim with goods from around the world, while government records in Tang Dynasty China indicate that the quantity of goods entering through its licensed ports generated a large portion of the country's total tax revenues. Control over the Maritime Silk Road was invaluable. Military and administrative dominance gave major powers the ability to position their economic machinery, such as trade guilds, more favorably in the global markets. The Chola military offensives were part of a strategy to suppress rivals that might otherwise compromise their supremacy over the Maritime Silk Road trade. It's hardly a coincidence that nearly a half-century of conflict led to Chola control over most of the prominent trade centers along India's coasts. We've mentioned trade guilds a few times, so what role did they play in all of this? For most of Tamil history, trade guilds were influential in both the economic and political spheres. By the medieval era, trade guilds had grown extremely powerful, with some wielding greater de facto authority than local feudatories. There were many trade guilds, the 500 lords of Ayavolu, the Anjuvanam, and the Manigramam, among others. Each had their own specialty, history, and supply networks. An 11th century inscription describing the 500 said the following about the guild. Famed throughout the world, having 18 cities of the 4 points of the compass, born to be wanderers over many countries, by land routes and water routes penetrating into the regions of the 6 continents, with superior elephants, well-bred horses, large sapphires, moonstones, pearls, rubies, diamonds, cardamoms, cloves, sandal, camphor, musk, saffron, and other perfumes and drugs. Selling wholesale or hawking about on their shoulders, preventing the loss of customs duties, filling up the emperor's treasury of gold and his armory of weapons. The guilds likely wielded significant behind-the-scenes influence. We know that the trade guilds would maintain their own flag standards, as well as their own private armies and fleets. We also know that some trade guilds lent money to kings, including Rajaraja Chola and Rajendra Chola. It was a risky proposition to go against the demands of the trade guilds. If Rajendra were to get on their bad side, he might find his rivals suddenly equipped and funded to stage a takeover. To put it bluntly, the trade guilds benefited from Chola dominance of the maritime Silk Road trade. Whether they actively pushed for war remains a mystery, but it's fair to say, yeah, they probably did. Having secured their dominance over the maritime Silk Road vis-a-vis other Indian powers, one would think that the Cholas could finally sit back and enjoy their hard-earned rewards, but that was not the case. Srivijaya, a powerful thalassocracy based in the Malay archipelago, was actively interfering with trade and damaging Chola interests. See, by the turn of the 11th century, the maritime Silk Road was undergoing some significant changes. The decline of the Abbasid Caliphate in Baghdad was matched by the rise of the Fatimid dynasty in Egypt. Ships leaving from the Fatimid territories would scoot past the Horn of Africa and toward Chola ports, where goods would be sold and retransported by Tamil crews headed towards Southeast Asia and China. Meanwhile, on the other side of Asia, the Song dynasty ushered in an era of unprecedented economic prosperity. Everyone was lining up for an egg from the Song dynasty golden goose, including, of course, the Fatimids. Thanks to the creation of powerful pro-trade dynasties on both ends of the maritime Silk Road, the sea trade was booming in a way that it had not for several centuries. Normally, ships would stop at both South Indian and Southeast Asian ports, but advancements in shipbuilding technology meant that ships could travel farther, faster, and more safely than ever before, making two stops unnecessary. Soon, the central region of the maritime Silk Road played host to an intense and underhanded competition between Srivijaya and the Cholas. For years, Srivijaya bribed Orang Laut, colloquially known as sea gypsies, to stop them from engaging in piracy and interfering with trade. The sea gypsies were Aboriginal communities who lived along the coastlines of Srivijaya territory. Like most pirates in history, they were frustrating and useful in equal measure. The sea gypsies received a portion of customs proceeds from Srivijaya, and in turn promised to do something less violent with their time, like fishing. Once the trade conflict with the Cholas heated up, however, Srivijaya actively encouraged the sea gypsies to re-engage in piracy, this time on their behalf. The sea gypsies began to force all passing ships to dock at Srivijaya ports and pay customs, resupply, and more. As a result, Chola ports were being made redundant. There is also evidence that Tamil trade guilds were being actively suppressed in Southeast Asian ports due to Srivijaya's influence. Interference with maritime Silk Road trade no doubt prompted Rajendra to attack the Srivijaya and normalize the situation. After all, he and his father had not spent decades warring and subduing their maritime rivals in India simply to have the fruits of their labor rot on the vine. Srivijaya would have to be punished. The Chola invasion involved three major Southeast Asian players. Srivijaya, of course, but also Thumbelanga, a Malay kingdom based out of what is now southern Thailand, and Angkor, an ambitious peninsular kingdom based out of what is now Cambodia. In the early 11th century, the Cholas were a staunch ally of Angkor, while Srivijaya was allied with Thumbelanga. It's possible that religion played a part in this diplomatic arrangement. Thumbelanga and Srivijaya were Buddhist kingdoms, while Angkor and the Chola Empire were Hindu Shaivite. In the year 1025 CE, the kingdom of Angkor was embroiled in a conflict with Thumbelanga and requested military assistance from the Cholas. The Cholas agreed to help Angkor, likely knowing what would happen next. When the Cholas formally declared war on Thumbelanga, Srivijaya came to the aid of its ally and declared war on the Cholas and Angkor. With their inevitable conflict now made real, Rajendra Chola gathered his navy and prepped for the subsequent invasion. The Chola navy was on the leading edge of naval technology for their time. In years past, Rajendra's father had imported the talents of Chinese and Arab shipbuilders to work on research and development for the Chola navy. With their help, the Cholas implemented critical naval technologies, including watertight hull innovations that allowed their fleet to traverse rougher seas, a mariner's compass, and further advancement of a flamethrower weapon not unlike the legendary Greek fire utilized by the Byzantine fleets. When the war began, Srivijaya was the main target. Rajendra split his fire-breathing fleet into two groups, the main invasion fleet and an auxiliary force. The auxiliary force was sent to the entrance of the Straits of Malacca, where the Srivijaya fleet was waiting, positioned to take on what they assumed would be the bulk of the Chola fleet. Little did Srivijaya know that the Chola main invasion fleet was sent south of Sumatra, positioned behind the island. With the element of surprise on their side, the Chola fleet circled around the island and made their way to Palembang, the southern capital. When they arrived, they sieged and sacked the city. Afterwards, the combined Chola forces pincered the Srivijaya fleet in the straits, defeating them easily. Why was this decisive maneuver allowed to happen? Well, Srivijaya did not anticipate that the main Chola invasion fleet had been outfitted with technology that allowed them to traverse the rough waters south of Sumatra. It wasn't an unreasonable blind spot. Moving an entire fleet south of Sumatra during the monsoon season had never been done before, and was seen as impossibly risky. After steamrolling the Srivijaya navy, the Chola forces laid siege to Kadaram, the northern capital of Srivijaya, and captured this important administrative and trade center for themselves. For the Cholas, conquest seems to have been uncompromising. They plundered countless treasures and took the Srivijaya king, Maharaja Sangrama, as their prisoner. With Srivijaya effectively subdued, the Cholas finally moved a portion of their fleet to battle with Tumberlinga, and helped to quickly bring that kingdom under Angkor's control. The Southeast Asian invasion was an unequivocal success. In just a few months, the Cholas had defeated the mighty Srivijaya and ended a prosperous, multi-century dynasty. Though the invasion brought an end to the Srivijaya Sailendra dynasty, its impact was manifold. Success emboldened Chola ambitions in Southeast Asia. For the next 100 years, they became intimately involved in Southeast Asian politics. The Cholas formed new alliances, performed raids, and generally used their influence to bully the weaker players so as to create an economically favorable situation, something of a pseudo-colonial approach. To entrench themselves further, the Cholas established permanent military garrisons in Srivijaya and Angkor territory to serve as remote forces for promoting their interests. The soft influence of the Cholas increased too. Tamil trade guilds came to dominate in the major commercial centers of Southeast Asia and southern China, and the Cholas sent regular political envoys to China, Angkor, Bagan, Pegu, Srivijaya, and other Asian powers, establishing closer diplomatic relations. In the wake of the invasion, Chola elite intermarried with Southeast Asian royalty. Rajendra, for example, is believed to have taken Onang Kyu, the daughter of the captured Srivijaya king Sangrama, as his wife. Since that time, Malay royalty claimed and continue to claim Chola heritage, and their princes have been variously named Raja Chulan, an attempt to recall this unique past. But intermarriage was more than just a historical curiosity. Close family relations meant that the Chola could more legitimately prop up claims of royalty that would be friendly to their interests. In 1077 CE, for example, a succession dispute in Kadaram led to direct Chola intervention. Rajendra's grandson, Kulotunga, conquered Kadaram on behalf of a Chola-descended claimant to the crown, putting him on the throne as a sort of puppet king. But familial connections would not always lead to loyal service to the crown. At the turn of the 12th century, Sri Lume Chola, a half-Tamil, half-Malay prince from Sumatra, was sent with the Chola expeditionary force to the Philippines to scout the country ahead of a potential invasion. Sensing an opportunity to make himself into a king, Sri Lume suddenly decided to defect from the Chola Empire and conquer the island of Cebu under his own banner, establishing the long-lived Rajanate of Cebu. Though the Cholas lay forgotten by the bulk of humanity, their legacy survives in the blood and culture of their descendants, in India and in Southeast Asia. For far too long, the world has lived in quiet ignorance of the great power that once emerged from across the sea. And now you know.
Hey guys, so Dravidian actually refers to a family of about 80 languages, of which Tamil is the oldest, and which therefore makes Tamil one of the oldest languages in the world, and one of the 7 world classical languages, alongside Hebrew, Greek, Latin, Chinese, Sanskrit, and Arabic, from which most of humanity's culture and history stems from. Recent linguistic analysis estimates the origins of Dravidian people to be around 4,500 years ago, and were the result of a mixing between the Iranian farming communities of the north and the Aboriginal Indians, who you will see referred to as the ancient ancestral South Indians. These Aboriginals of India were the direct descendants of the humans that reached Asia from Africa. This was during the big migration waves that happened around 50,000 years ago, which spread the human species all over the world. Now, if you're like me and you're wondering why is there this random isolated region of speakers in the northwest, well, this is actually thought to be the origin of the Dravidians and the roots of one of the greatest societies of the ancient world, the Indus Valley Civilization. It covered 1.2 million square kilometers, much larger than that of the Egyptian or Mesopotamian eras. The civilization lasted for 2,000 years, but eventually, due to a change in climate and the drying up of the riverbed, the Dravidian people migrated further southwards. However, the story of the Dravidian people does not stop there. If you have travelled to Southeast Asia, you would have noticed the presence of South Indian influence in the region. This is heavily due to one of the greatest empires in the world's history, the Chola dynasty, a Tamil empire that spread across Southeast Asia and lasted for 1,500 years. This ruling Dravidian kingdom had an important role in forging the culture, especially across the Malaysian peninsula and the islands of Indonesia, and is why, for example, the languages of Thai, Khmer, Sinhala, Burmese and Javanese all have their writing systems originating from Tamil. Now, if that wasn't enough, one of the biggest examples of the influence of Dravidians is the Temple of Angkor Wat, the world's largest Hindu temple as well as the world's largest religious site, built by King Suryavarman II, a Tamil king and descendant of the Chola family. Finally, from the 12th century onwards, a strong force of Islamic ideas in the subcontinent eventually led to a generalized weakness of the Dravidians, but that is a story for another day.
Why isn't nobody talking about the lost continent Lemuria?
The lost cradle of mankind. In 1864, zoologist Philip Sclater wrote a paper titled The Mammals of Madagascar, and in that book he classified lemurs and discovered that they were originally from Madagascar, since more of its fossils were found in Madagascar than it was found in India, the Middle East or Africa. Sclater hypothesized that Madagascar and India was once connected by a continent, and later scientists, based on this hypothesis, stated that there was indeed a continent called Lemuria, which sunk under the ocean years ago. In the 1860s, German biologist Ernst Haeckel started publishing works saying that Lemuria was indeed the cradle of mankind. In his works, he pointed out that mankind first originated from Lemuria and then later migrated to the other continents, which can be easily seen from this diagram, with arrows indicating the spread of the different subgroups of mankind from Lemuria to the other continents. Due to this, Ernst Haeckel in his book referred to Lemuria as a paradise, or heaven as you might say. By the late 19th century, occult theories had developed mostly through theosophists that the people of this lost continent of Lemuria were highly advanced beings by the time it began to sink. A section of Tamil revivalists adapted this theory, connecting it to Pandyan legends of the lands lost to the ocean. As described in ancient Tamil literature, there was a lost continent in the Indian Ocean that once housed the Tamil civilization. They called it Kumarigandam. Could this be the same Lemuria that Ernst Haeckel and Philip Sclater mentioned in their works? Well, let's find out.
No, seriously, who were the Dravids? Dravidians were one of the oldest race, group, settlers, whatever you want to call it, of India. Modern day India, but you do gotta realize that land masses change over time. Other than the BS colonial story, there's two stories that make sense, one of them more than the other. One of the earlier theories suggests that the Dravids just moved down from the Indus Valley, that they were just traveling nomads that ended up settling down in South India, and that they were traveling along this route, and that's why there's a lot of Dravidian presence here in India and right here in the East Indies, which is present day Malaysia and Indonesia. And it does sound valid, but it doesn't really do justice to the Tamil legends or stories from Tamil culture. They have stories that predate the Indus Valley, and the genetic mixing only goes as far back as the Harappan, while the north still has traces to the Indo-Iranian. That means there was more down south than up north. at least for the Dravids. In 1864, a zoologist named Phyllis Catley actually went down to study different species and found something really special. The lemur, a species only found in Madagascar and now Sri Lanka, but no existence of lemurs in Africa, and it's starting to come full circle. The Dravids are a really old civilization, and through years of mixing, it's really hard to just genetically find the past. However, this story of Kumari Kandam cannot be discredited, and they were doing research in the 19th century. We're living in 2020. It's about a subcontinent that's underwater, in the middle of the Indian Ocean. One, that's just really hard to go and dig up, but two, I'd really like someone to go with an excavation. But one of the hardest things about this is that it's written in Tamil, and translations really just butcher the meanings of everything. Take the character Ravan for example. Legends talk about him being a character with 10 heads, but we know that's not biologically possible. So what does it mean by him having 10 heads? Ravan was a really smart person. He was very smart. The 10 heads was just a metaphor. It was to say that he was able to think with 10 different minds. He was too smart, and he used his wisdom to get anything he wanted, to the point that he had everything except for one thing, immortality. He knew that the human life was going to end at one point. He's a huge anti-hero, I'll talk about him sometime, but translations can be heavily misinterpreted, and there's a lot to discover.
He is wrong, and everyone knows that Dravidians were here before Aryans, and the Aryans didn't mix with them. Well, how about you do us all a favor and look at some genetic studies before speaking about who mixed with who in South Asia. Practically all of South Asia, even the eastern ends of Afghanistan, have an ASI component in their DNA. ASI refers to the ancient Dravidians that lived in South Asia before Indo-European migration. I'm from the region of Punjab and the area of KPK in what is now Pakistan. Despite that, my DNA is around 30% ASI, the ancient Dravidians. Go into North India and the averages reach up to 35 to 45%. If you're North Indian and want to check this out, you can just go to GetMatch and look at the S Indian section on your results. And just like that, modern day Dravidians, Tamils, Telugu, Malayalam people have Indo-Aryan components in their DNA. Educate yourself. What are the origins of the Tamil people? They're an ethnicity found mostly in southern India and northern Sri Lanka. As we know, much of South Asia speaks Indo-European languages. But the Tamil people, along with the Telugu people and the Malayalam people, are part of a completely unrelated language family, referred to as Dravidian languages, found mostly in South India. So then the question becomes, where did ancient Dravidians actually originate? Now there are many theories, but the main one involves the Indus Valley civilization, which of course was in the northwest of the subcontinent. Now it's believed that the Indus Valley civilization was hit by a terrible drought around 4,000 years ago. This caused some of the people of the Indus Valley civilization to migrate east. Now, this PCA compares the DNA of modern Tamil people and the DNA of the Indus Valley civilization people and the DNA of ancient South Indian hunter-gatherers. It appears that the Tamil people seem to be between the Indus Valley civilization populations and the hunter-gatherers, which implies that when these populations migrated out of the Indus Valley civilization and into these new lands, they intermingled with the pre-existing populations, leading to the development of the modern Dravidian populations. Now, some people theorize that the Dravidian languages are derived from the language that was spoken in the Indus Valley civilization, and there are others that believe that the languages derive from the ancient hunter-gatherers that were present in South India. But of course, we can't really know for sure because no one has been able to decipher the Indus Valley script. The only real clue that we have is that the people of ancient Mesopotamia used to trade with the Indus Valley civilization, and they called the Indus Valley civilization Maluha, which may have been derived from the Proto-Dravidian word meaning highland country. I hope one day we're able to solve this mystery.
Part 2.
Well, let's find out. Tamil language is said to be formed from an academy in Madurai, which was believed to be held between 9600 and 5200 BC. From this information, it was believed that the people of Kumarigandam or Lemuria communicated using an early form of the Tamil language. In 2013, geologists discovered evidence of a lost continent precisely where Lemuria was said to have existed. Scientists found fragments of granite in the ocean, south of India along a shelf that extends hundreds of miles south of the country towards Mauritius. On Mauritius, geologists found zircon despite the fact that the island only came into being 2 million years ago. However, the zircon they found there dated to be 3 billion years ago. What this meant was that the zircon had come from a much older landmass, which sunk into the Indian Ocean long ago. Sclatter's story about Lemuria was true, almost. Based on plate tectonics and geological data, Mauritius disappeared into the Indian Ocean around 84 million years ago.
Through his findings, Scally talked about Lemuria. He suggested that thousands of years ago, like about 10-15,000 years ago, there was a subcontinent called Lemuria that connected Madagascar, India, and Australia. However, over time, with global warming and the sea levels rising, it actually sunk underground. And that whole landmass is underwater right now. But Scally didn't just pull this out of thin air. If you're from the south and you're listening to this right now, you know exactly where I'm getting at. Kumari Gandam. I know I probably butchered that. I can't speak Tamil, I'm sorry. Kumari Gandam is his own legend. Tamil stories talk about this land as one of the creation points of the Dravids. This is where the Tamil language comes from. We talked about Aryans bringing down the Vedic practices, right? But the Dravids actually practiced this way before then. Modern day Hinduism was developed around the 1500s and through dynasties. But Vedic practice and teachings was universal knowledge before then. They weren't known as the Vedas. It wasn't a Hindu thing, just a way of life. And even the Dravids practiced this. To discredit Tamil history is majorly oppressive. I didn't think I'll run out of time, but I just have a little bit more to talk about the Aryans and not the Dravids should be a punishable crime. The Dravidians, what do we know? Let's talk about it. First and foremost, this is a very hard topic to even get through. Like, it's ancient, and it's all in Tamil, a language I don't even speak. So if you can read and write Tamil, I need your help. I'll talk about this in 3 steps. First, we'll debunk the theory, and then I'll talk about the different suggestions of how they got to be, and then we'll take the native perspective. So to start off, let's go back to the Aryan invasion theory. I talked about it like a couple days back. One of the key proponents of the theory suggests that the Aryans moved down India, and then they destroyed what was already existing there, so the Dravidians, a tribal native of India. This was a huge propaganda story that the British used to get the South Indians to go against the North. It said that the Northerners came down and violently took over all of the South, and in a way they kind of did their job. Even today there's a huge clash between the North and the South. It was all to get the South riled up and just to have an internal civil war. Yes, I said civil war, something that happened in 1865. The British didn't leave India till 1947. The Civil War was just regular news back in the day. It was a divisive tactic they used against the Dravids. But who were the
talk about the indigenous cultures of Ceylon. There were 4 original clans: the Naga, the Yaksha, the Raksha, and the Deva. The Naga people were traders. Their princess married a Chola king and they went on to rule over Tamil Nadu. The Yaksha lived in mountainous regions and they forged iron with monsoon winds. The Raksha were farmers that used tools made by the Yaksha. King Ravana was a part of this clan. The Deva were in charge of agriculture, governing, etc. And we have the Vedas. They have been on that land before 6th century BCE. Their origins seem to be tied to people that lived in jungle environments. The language and culture is disappearing as they are being forced to assimilate to a Sinhalese culture. Many of their women are being trafficked into sex work and indentured servitude in the Middle East.
So the origins of the Tamil people and the recent findings within South India. A recent excavation was carried out at the Tamira-Bharani River just in the south of India, and an urn was found with rice which has been dated to over 3,000 years old. So the river's ancient name is known as Barunai River, which is mentioned in Sangam scriptures. Now it talks about an ancient civilization on the level of a city. Another site in Tamil Nadu is Giladi, where an ancient civilization has been found. Now at the Giladi site, 3 types of channels have been found transporting water: 1, fresh water; 2, sewage water; and 3, industrial waste. Now the graffiti found in South India shows that there was trade between South India and Saraswati Indus Valley civilization. As you can see, the Giladi graffiti and the Indus sign. Beads have also been found in South India, and we know from excavation of the Indus Valley civilization that the industrial of beads began in the north. Now, due to the recent findings in South India, more excavation is being carried out in South India to find trade links with the surrounding area, as well as Egypt, where Tamils had trade links with. It doesn't stop there. Excavation is also being carried out in Oman, where basically old Tamil scripts have been found. So in Oman, old Tamil Brahmi scripts have been found, so there will be excavation being carried out in the cities around the area. More excavation will also be happening in the old port city which has been found, known as Bumpuhar, as well as Vietnam, Thailand and Malaysia, where the old Chola dynasty had trade links with.
Alexander the Great didn't conquer India, he conquered a small chunk of the Indian subcontinent.
Now, this is a very interesting topic. What does it mean when people say Alexander the Great conquered India? Well, a little over 2,000 years ago, our ancient friend managed to conquer quite a bit of land. From the edges of Europe, the northern ends of Africa, all the way to the Indus River of South Asia. Now, the red trails on this map show exactly where he reached in South Asia. This blue line going through the middle is the Indus River. He didn't make it quite past this area. And the Indus River runs through what is now Pakistan. The term India itself actually translates to land of the Indus River, which is what he managed to conquer. But why couldn't the great Alexander make it past the northwest of the subcontinent? Let's find out next time.
Small village Padmanabhapuram, originally known as Kalkulam in Kanyakumari district, was once a thriving capital of the powerful Venad kingdom, which later became popular as the erstwhile princely state of Travancore. Located right in the middle of Padmanabhapuram fort with the Veli hills on the east, the palace was strategically placed keeping in mind the protection offered by the hills and the abundance of fertile farmland and water. Over 400 years old, it is considered to be the largest wooden palace in all of Asia. Spread over an area of 6.5 acres with over 15 edifices, every bit of this magnificent complex boasts of intricate woodwork that highlights the outstanding skills of the artisans of yore. As one enters the palace through the Mukhya Vadal, the main entrance, the beauty of typical Kerala-style architecture seeps through the very air. The core of the palace, called the Thai Kottaram, constructed in the 16th century by King Iravivarma, is undoubtedly the oldest structure here. The rest of the palace complex as we know it today was built as extensions to the Thai Kottaram by various rulers over the years. The Pumukha Maliga, a typical element in traditional Kerala architecture, has been rendered beautifully here. Another notable feature is the clock tower or Manimeda. It is said that in olden days the bell of the clock was heard by people within a radius of 3 kilometers. The Mantrashala, the audience chamber where the kings held important meetings with ministers, still holds true its royal charm and beauty.
Fraud niggas, y'all niggas, that's that shit I don't like. Yo shit, make believe, rapping about my own life. Woo! That's rare nigga. Woo! Ric Flair nigga. Woo! The power's in my hair nigga. Woo! I get this beat the chair nigga. So ho, Tribeca, 3 hoes, trifecta, dope money, hope money, shoe blow, my watch better, my pen's better, you don't write, trendsetter, you clone like, pay homage or case vomit, ungrateful niggas I don't like. Rah!
A fuck nigga, that's that shit I don't like.
Bang bang.
A snitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like.
Bang bang.
A bitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like.
Bang bang.
Sneak nigga, that's that shit I don't like.
Chicago nigga. They smile in my face is what I don't like. They steal your whole sound, that's a sound bite. The media crucify me like they did Christ. They wanna find me not breathing like they found Mike. A girl to run her mouth only out of spite, but I never hit a woman, never in my life. I was in too deep like Mackay Fife. In that pussy so deep I could've drowned twice. Rose gold, Jesus peace with the brown ice. Eating good vegetarian with the brown rice. Girls kissing girls, cause it's hot, right? But unless they use a strap on, then they not dykes. They ain't about that life, they ain't about that life. We hanging out the window, it's about to be a Suge night. Free bump, Jay, real nigga for life. Shout out to Derrick Rose, man that nigga nice. Shout out to LEP, J Boogie, right? Chief Keef, King Louis, this is Shy, right? Right?
A fuck nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A snitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A bitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Sneak nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Don't like, don't like. A snitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Fake Gucci, that's that shit I don't like. I'm smoking on this dope, higher than a kite. This bitch gon' knock me down, she gon' let me pipe. Screaming so that's that nigga that I like. I don't want relations, I just want one night. Cause a thirsty bitch, that's that shit that I don't like. I got tats up on my arms, cause this shit is life. And I splash on bunch of clothes, cause I'm living life. I come up on the scene, and I'm still in light. Bitch, I'm half life, got me feeling right. Bitch, I'm cheap keep, fuck who don't like. And bitch, we GBE, we just gon' sight. A fuck nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A snitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A bitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Sneak nigga, that's that shit I don't like.
Whoa. We are not one and the same. Nigga, I'm fucking insane. Fuck is you saying? Yo ass been doing the same shit, not doing what you saying. Dang, I told your old bitch she was fucking the lane. Turn one hoe to a train, blow, blang. My niggas holding that pain. I just hope you been praying, bang, bang. Riding for my niggas and that's for life. High class, I'm just surrounded by these low lives. And I run this bitch like it's no lights. Going hard the whole night, cause I ain't going back to my old life, I promise.
A fuck nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A snitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A bitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Sneak nigga, that's that shit I don't like.
I done sold purple, I done sold white, running out of work, that's that shit I don't like. She never let me hit, she gave me dome twice. She blowing up my phone, that's that bitch I don't like. Nah, jean jacket with the sleeves cut, put the pressure on them just when they think that I eased up. 30 for the Cuban, another 30 for the Jesus. Believe in ourselves when nobody else believed us. Suckers.
Fuck nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A snitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A bitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Sneak this that's that shit I don't like.
Rude way, how we run the show. So I just have nothing now. Just listen, let me tell you my story. How it goes, how it goes. I just get a letter from my baby. She write me, oh, I got to let her know. So listen, no goes flow. Oh, I read your letter just the other day, telling me how much you're going away.
of the night. Don't leave your girl around me, true player for real. Ask my nigga for real. Come on. That's how it's going down. Smell it. You smell it. Don't leave your girl around me, true player for real. Ask my nigga for real. Let 'em know.
Situations will arise in our lives, but you gotta be smart about it. Celebrations with the guys I sacrificed, 'cause I knew you could not sleep without it. Meanwhile, I love you. You are my girl. You see, thought the world of you, but you're so steady, baby. It's okay, girl, 'cause I'ma be alright tonight. You don't have to call. It's okay, girl, 'cause I'ma be alright tonight. Oh, girl, your face is saying why. Tears and knives. Should've been more smart about it. Should've cherished me. Listening to friends. Now it's the ending. Then again, no story can end without it. Damn, I love you. You are my girl. You see, thought the world of you, but you're so steady, baby. It's okay, girl, 'cause I'ma be alright tonight. You don't have to call. It's okay, girl, 'cause I'ma be alright tonight. Gonna boogie tonight, 'cause I'm honestly too young of a guy to stay home waiting for love. So tonight I'm gonna do every single time, and that's party. Oh yeah. Oh no. You don't have to call. You don't gotta call. It's okay, girl. It's okay, girl. I'ma be alright. I'ma be alright. You don't have to call. You ain't gotta call. It's okay. I'm okay, girl, 'cause I'ma be alright tonight. Tonight I'm going out with my nigga. Yeah. It's okay. I'm alright, girl, 'cause I'ma be alright tonight. I'm alright. Boogie tonight, 'cause I'm honestly too young of a guy to stay home waiting for love. So tonight I'm gonna do every single thing does. You don't and that's party. It's okay, girl, 'cause I'ma be alright tonight. You don't have to call. It's okay, girl. It's okay. I'ma be alright tonight. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay, girl. I'ma be sick and tired of being home. I'm gonna have me some fun. Hey, it's okay, girl. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's alright tonight. I'm not waiting at home for you. Bye bye.
Damn, Kai, you going crazy. I be in a loop, she be in a group. Brody want a friend, throwing alley hoop. Turn something to nothing, bro, I'm living proof. How can I lose when we the who's? Still running around with more, jet ready, packed to go yard. People probably think I show off, I ain't even give it yet. Running up a silly chick, staying off the internet. Share the stage with Billie Eilish, turn it any given time. Personal partners, pillow talking, cause I got rich without them. Only thing they should be saying is, baby, keep it silent. We ain't even deep as we used to be, this shit slick divided. Bro ain't got no hustle or nothing, so he gon' stick to violence. I be knowing the rundown, I'm doubting, so I can't speak about it. She know I'm a gangster, she love me, I bring the freak about it. Can't play with me, you know I come trim. I'm in a different league, I'm tired of showing what I can get done. What you gon' do for me? 40,000 miles up in the air, only time I get some Z's. Full court press, foot on they neck, and I
I can't let them breathe. Blood, sweat, and tears come with this check, it ain't nowhere near easy. Had to fall back, you know how that go, we only speaking briefly. Hope I'm not too much to handle. City nigga from Atlanta, I spent my last check on ammo. This is not a regular Lambo. $100,000 kit could've put down on another Lambo. Don't be in the mix, I built this shit forever, have it say so. This shit gon' get serious about my money, this ain't no fucking play though. Wrote it down for double homicide, I try to tell him lay low. C don't like to drive, but he spin good, I'm on the way to Clayco. AK-47s in the spots before they made the Draco. I'm just tryna ball and live, 100 mil on calling deals. I'm the boss, pay all the bills, I'm the golden child for real. Go off in this bitch, I will. I've been on my grind for years, and I'm out here grinding still. I need equity to sign a deal. I'm just tryna ball and live, 100 mil on calling deals. I'm the boss, pay all the bills, I'm the golden child for real. Go off in this bitch, I will. I've been on my grind for years, and I'm out here grinding still. I need equity to sign a deal. Over buying cars, I snatched the barbers just for motivation. Shoot out at the spot today, tomorrow we at a new location. Free all of the guys, I hope y'all beat the case and get probation. Stashed at my mama house, 400 bands in the ventilation. Now look how I'm living, I bought a house for the money to stay at. Right when niggas think that I got soft, I'ma pull up and spray it. Living like a dumb, I smoke a blunt in the back of the Maybach. Put up like your mama with this switch, why the fuck would you say that? You could do it first, I'ma do it worse, gotta double the payback. Never take it personal, show no mercy, bruh taught me that way back. Kano took it off, I was always taught, don't take hoes where you stay at. Keep a stash house, you can't take none to the spot where you lay at. Never be a bother, if you off me, no problem, just say that. Never running off, so if I owe you, I got you, I'll pay that. Get this shit my all, so when I'm old, I can chill and just lay back. Really from the bottom, so the trenches is where I feel safe at. I'm just tryna ball and live, 100 mil on calling deals. I'm the boss, pay all the bills, I'm the golden child for real. Go off in this bitch, I will. I've been on my grind for years, and I'm out here grinding still. I need equity to sign a deal. I'm just tryna ball and live, 100 mil on calling deals. I'm the boss, pay all the bills, I'm the golden child for real. Go off in this bitch, I will. I've been on my grind for years, and I'm out here grinding still. I need equity to sign a deal.
Spotlight, moonlight, white chicks, Lemuria. She look good in the moonlight. Oh, this fucking so bad, my spotlight, moonlight, white chicks, Lemuria. She look good in the moonlight. Oh, this fucking so bad, my spotlight, moonlight, white chicks, Lemuria. She look good in the moonlight. Oh, this fucking so bad, my spotlight, moonlight, white chicks, Lemuria. She look good in the moonlight. Oh, this so bad, my spotlight. நீ வெயிட்டு கட்ட லவ் சொட்ட சொட்ட talk me
Hey my dear மச்சான் நீ மனச வச்சா நம்ம ஒரு சிக்கலாம் நெஞ்சு ஜிகு ஜிகுதா
மடி ராணி என் ட்ரீம்ல வாணி நம்ம ஒன்னா சேர ஃபயர் பத்திக்கிருச்சா
நம்ம பீச்சு பக்கம் போட்டா முள்டப்பா குத்து வேஸ்டா நீ என் மூடைய ரவுடி பேபி
You're my only girlfriend. I'll give you 2 gender. We'll make us new trend, baby.
rowdy baby चलो कैसा शर्माना आजा नच के दिखा दे आ मेरी होले आजा पारी दा गिरा रे आ मेरी अखियों से अखियां मिला रे आ तू ना नखरे दिखा wanna be my चमक चलो 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 कैसा शर्माना तुझे नच के दिखा मेरा हो जाए जो मैं पर्दा गिरा आ तुझे अखियों में अपने बसा लूं आ तू ना नखरे दिखा wanna be my चमक चलो 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 தாத்தா தாத்தா களவெட்டி கூ கூ பொந்துல யாரு மீன் கொத்தி கூ கூ தண்ணியிலோடும் தவளைக்கு கூ கூ கம்பளி பூச்சி தங்கச்சி அள்ளி மலர் கொடி அங்கதமே ஒட்டார ஒட்டார சந்தனமே முல்ல மலர் கொடி முத்தாரமே எங்கூரு குத்தாளமே
துருக்கு பையமா வெத்தல மட்டையம்மா சுமந்த கையம்மா மத்தலம் பொட்டியம்மா தாயம்மா தாயம்மா என்ன பண்ண மாயம்மா பள்ளியம்மா வேறாண்டி சங்கதிய கூறாண்டி கண்ணடிய காணாண்டி இந்த
அன்ன கிளி அடியால மர கிழவண்ண கிளி நல்லபடி வாழ சொல்லி இந்த மண்ணை கொடுத்தானே பூர்வ குடி கம்மங்கர காணி எல்லாம் பாடி திரிஞ்சானே ஆதிக்குடி நாய் நரி பூனைக்கும் தான் இந்த ஏரி குளம் கூட சொந்தமடி என்ஜாமி வாங்கோ வாங்கோ ஒன்னாரி அம்மா ஏ அம்பாரி இந்தா இந்தா மும்மாரி என்ஜாமி வாங்கோ வாங்கோ ஒன்னாரி அம்மா ஏ அம்பாரி இந்தா இந்தா மும்மாரி குக்கு குக்கு முட்டைய போடும் கோழிக்கு கூ குக்கு ஒப்பனை யாரு மயிலுக்கு குக்கு குக்கு பச்சைய பூசும் பாசிக்கு கூ குக்கு குச்சிய அடுக்குன கூட்டுக்கு
ஆடுபட்ட மக்கா கரப்பு மேட்டுக்கார வேர்வ தண்ணி சொக்கா மினுக்கு நாட்டுக்கார அகாட்டி கருப்பட்டி பூதாங்கோடு மண்ணு சட்டி அதோட கூடு கட்டி ஆரம்பிச்ச நகரிக்கும் செஞ்சன ஜனக்கு ஜன மக்களே உப்புக்கு சப்பு கொட்டு முட்டைக்குள்ள சட்டு கொட்டு அட்டைக்கு ரத்தம் கொட்டு கிட்டி புல்லு வெட்டி வெட்டு
5 மரம் வளர்த்தேன் அழகான தோட்டம் வச்சேன் தோட்டம் செழித்தாலும் என் தொண்டை கடலே கரையே வனமே சனமே நிலமே கொலமே இடமே தடமே
என்ஜாமி வாங்கோ வாங்கோ ஒன்னாரி அம்பா ஏ அம்பாரி இந்தா இந்தா மும்மாரி என்ஜாமி வாங்கோ வாங்கோ ஒன்னாரி அம்பா ஏ அம்பாரி இந்தா இந்தா மும்மாரி
காத்த பூமி ஆட்டம் போட்டு காட்டும் சாமி ராட்டு நந்தா சுத்தி வந்தா சேவ கூவச்சு அது போட்டு வச்ச எச்சம் தானே காடா மாறிச்சு நம்ம நாடா மாறிச்சு இந்த வீடா மாறிச்சு
என்ன குறை என் கிளி கரும்புக்கு என்ன குறை என்ன குறை என் ஜில்ல பேராண்டிக்கு என்ன குறை பந்தலில பாவக்கா அத கல்லு விட்டு இருக்கு அது அத கல்லு விட்டு இருக்கு அப்பா நான் தவிட்டதுங்க
on me. Pussy, it's two of me. Yeah. I'm just doing me. I got my gun, you got your gun, nigga. You and me. I can't do shit for free, bitch. I'm doing me. I gotta get it by myself. I get this money by myself. I swear I do it like it's two of me. I'm Lil Durk 2 times, yeah. I'm Lil Durk 2 times. I'm Lil Durk 2 times, yeah. I'm Lil Durk 2 times. I'm Lil Durk 2 times, yeah. Lil Durk 2 times. I'm Lil Durk 2 times, yeah. It's 2 Glocks, 2 bitches sucking on my Johnson. I'm like Tupac. I'm in the A with Thugger, free goo up. I share my last 2 with my brothers, bring 2 pops.
That's my daddy on the beat.
Ride with a girl, half black, half Asian. I'm riding with a girl, half black, half Asian. Oh, I feel amazing. Even though I would've chosen Rican, but it's a special occasion. Riding with a girl, half black, half Asian. I'm riding with a girl, half black, half Asian. Oh, I feel amazing. Even though I would've chosen Rican, but it's a special occasion. I got a bitch that's on my team, and I think she part Korean. I told
If I had no more time left to be here, would you cherish what we had?
y'all niggas, that's that shit I don't like. Yo shit, make believe, rapping about my own life. Woo! That's rare, nigga. Woo! Ric Flair, nigga. Woo! The power's in my hair, nigga. Woo! I get this beat the chair, nigga. Soho, a Tribeca, 3 hoes, trifecta, dope money, hope money, shoe blow, my watch better, my pen's better. You don't write, trendsetter, you clone like. Pay homage or case vomit, ungrateful niggas I don't like. Rah!
A fuck nigga, that's that shit I don't like.
Bang bang.
A snitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like.
Bang bang.
A bitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like.
Bang bang.
Sneak niggas, that's that shit I don't like.
Chicago, nigga.
They smile in my face is what I don't like. They steal your whole sound, that's a sound bite. The media crucify me like they did Christ. They wanna find me not breathing like they found Mike. A girl will run her mouth only out of spite, but I never hit a woman, never in my life. I was in too deep like Mackay Fife. And that pussy so deep I could've drowned twice. Rose gold, Jesus peace with the brown ice. Eating good vegetarian with the brown rice. Girls kissing girls, cause it's hot, right? But unless they use a strap on, then they not dykes. They ain't about that life, they ain't about that life. We hanging out the window, it's about to be a Suge night. Free bump, Jay, real nigga for life. Shout out to Derrick Rose, man that nigga nice. Shout out to LEP, J Boogie, right? Chief Keef, King Louis, this is Shy, right? Right?
A fuck nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A snitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A bitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Sneak niggas, that's that shit I don't like. Don't like, don't like. A snitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Fake Gucci, that's that shit that I don't like. I'm smoking on this dope, higher than a kite. This bitch gon' knock me down, she gon' let me pipe. Screaming so that's that nigga that I like. I don't want relations, I just want one night. Cause a thirsty bitch, that's that shit that I don't like. I got tats up on my arms, cause this shit is life. And I splash on bunch of clothes, cause I'm living life. I come up on the scene, and I'm still in light. Bitch, I'm half life, got me feeling right. Bitch, I'm cheap keep, fuck who don't like. And bitch, we GBE, we just gon' sight. A fuck nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A snitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A bitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Sneak niggas, that's that shit I don't like.
Whoa. We are not one and the same. Nigga, I'm fucking insane. Fuck is you saying? Yo ass been doing the same shit, not doing what you saying. Dang, I told your old bitch she was fucking the lane. Turn one hoe to a train, blow, blang. My niggas holding that pain. I just hope you been praying, bang, bang. Riding for my niggas and that's for life. High class, I'm just surrounded by these low lives. And I run this bitch like it's no lights. Going hard the whole night, cause I ain't going back to my old life, I promise.
A fuck nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A snitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A bitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Sneak niggas, that's that shit I don't like.
I done sold purple, I done sold white, running out of work, that's that shit I don't like. She never let me hit, she gave me dome twice. She blowing up my phone, that's that bitch I don't like. Nah, jean jacket with the sleeves cut, put the pressure on them just when they think that I eased up. 30 for the Cuban, another 30 for the Jesus. Believe in ourselves when nobody else believed us. Suckers.
Fuck nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A snitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A bitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Sneak niggas, that's that shit I don't like.
Rude boy, how we run the show. So I just have nothing now. Just listen, let me tell you my story. How it goes, how it goes. I just get a
tonight. Don't leave your girl around me, true player for real. Ask my nigga for real. Come on. This how it's going down. Smell it. You smell it. Don't leave your girl around me, true player for real. Ask my nigga for real. Let 'em know.
Situations will arise in our lives, but you gotta be smart about it. Celebrations with the guys I sacrificed, 'cause I knew you could not sleep without it. Meanwhile, I loved you. You were my girl. You see, I thought the world of you, but you're so steady, baby. It's okay, girl, 'cause I'ma be alright tonight. You don't have to call. It's okay, girl, 'cause I'ma be alright tonight. Oh, girl, your face is saying why. Tears and knives. Should've been more smart about it. Should've cherished me. Listening to friends. Now it's the ending. Then again, no story can end without it. Damn, I loved you. You were my girl. You see, I thought the world of you, but you're so steady, baby. It's okay, girl, 'cause I'ma be alright tonight. You don't have to call. It's okay, girl, 'cause I'ma be alright tonight. Gonna boogie tonight, 'cause I'm honestly too young of a guy to stay home waiting for love. So tonight I'm gonna do it a single time, and that's party. Oh yeah. Oh no. You don't have to call. You don't gotta call. It's okay, girl. It's okay, girl. I'ma be alright. I'ma be alright. You don't have to call. You ain't gotta call. It's okay. I'm okay, girl, 'cause I'ma be alright tonight. Tonight I'm going out with my nigga. Yeah. It's okay. I'm alright, girl, 'cause I'ma be alright tonight. I'm alright. Boogie tonight, 'cause I'm honestly too young of a guy to stay home waiting for love. So tonight I'm gonna do it a single time. You don't and that's party. It's okay, girl, 'cause I'ma be alright tonight. It's okay, girl. It's okay. I'ma be alright tonight. Yeah. It's okay, girl. I'ma be sick and tired of being home. I'm gonna have me some fun. Hey, it's okay, girl. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's alright tonight. I'm not waiting at home for you. Bye bye.
Damn, Kai, you going crazy. I be in a loop, she be in a group. Brody want a friend, throwing alley hoop. Turn something to nothing, bro, I'm living proof. How can I lose when we the who's? Still running around with Mohawk, jet ready, packed to go yard. People probably think I show off, I ain't even give it yet. Running up a silly chick, staying off the internet. Share the stage with Billie Eilish, turn it any given time. Personal partners, pillow talking, cause I got rich without them. Only thing they should be saying is, baby, keep it silent. We ain't even deep as we used to be, this shit slick divided. Bro ain't got no hustle or nothing, so he gon' stick to violence. I be knowing the rundown, I'm doubting, so I can't speak about it. She know I'm a gangster, she love me, I bring the freak about it. Can't play with me, you know I come trim. I'm in a different league, I'm tired of showing what I can get done. What you gon' do for me? 40,000 miles up in the air, only time I get some Z's. Full court press, foot on their neck, and I can't let them breathe. Blood, sweat, and tears come with this check, it ain't nowhere near easy. Had to fall back, you know how that go, we only speaking briefly. Hope I'm not too much to handle. City nigga from Atlanta, I spent my last check on ammo. This is not a regular Lambo. $100,000 kit, could've put down on another Lambo. Don't be in the mix, I built this shit forever, have it say so. This shit gon' get serious about my money, this ain't no fucking play though. Wrote it down for double homicide, I try to tell him lay low. C don't like to drive, but he spin good, I'm on the way to Clayco. AK-47s in the spots before they made the Draco. I'm just tryna ball and live, 100 mil, I'm calling deals. I'm the boss, pay all the bills, I'm the golden child for real. Go off in this bitch, I will. I've been on my grind for years, and I'm out here grinding still. I need equity to sign a deal. I'm just tryna ball and live, 100 mil, I'm calling deals. I'm the boss, pay all the bills, I'm the golden child for real. Go off in this bitch, I will. I've been on my grind for years, and I'm out here grinding still. I need equity to sign a deal. Over buying cars, I snatched the barbers just for motivation. Shoot out at the spot today, tomorrow we at a new location. Free all of the guys, I hope y'all beat the case and get probation. Stashed at my mama house, 400 bands in the ventilation. Now look how I'm living, I bought a house for the money to stay at. Right when niggas think that I got soft, I'ma pull up and spray it. Living like a dumb, I smoke a blunt in the back of the Maybach. Put up like your mama with this switch, why the fuck would you say that? You could do it first, I'ma do it worse, gotta double the payback. Never take it personal, show no mercy, bruh taught me that way back. Kano took it off, I was always taught, don't take hoes where you stay at. Keep a stash house, you can't take none to the spot where you lay at. Never be a bother, if you off me, no problem, just say that. Never running off, so if I owe you, I got you, I pay that. Get this shit my heart, so when I'm old, I can chill and just lay back. Really from the bottom, so the trenches is where I feel safe at. I'm just tryna ball and live, 100 mil, I'm calling deals. I'm the boss, pay all the bills, I'm the golden child for real. Go off in this bitch, I will. I've been on my grind for years, and I'm out here grinding still. I need equity to sign a deal. I'm just tryna ball and live, 100 mil, I'm calling deals. I'm the boss, pay all the bills, I'm the golden child for real. Go off in this bitch, I will. I've been on my grind for years, and I'm out here grinding still. I need equity to sign a deal.
Try to look good in the moonlight. All these f***ing so bad, my spotlight, moonlight. You white, you make it moonlight. Try to look good in the moonlight. All these f***ing so bad, my spotlight, moonlight. You white, you make it moonlight. Try to look good in the moonlight. All these f***ing so bad, my spotlight, moonlight. You white, you make it moonlight. Try to look good in the moonlight. All these f***ing so bad, my spotlight.
talk me.
Hey my dear மச்சான் நீ மனச வச்சா நம்ம ஒரு சிக்கலாம் நெஞ்சு ஜிகு ஜிகுதா.
My dear ராணி என் ட்ரீம்ல வாணி நம்ம ஒன்னா சேர ஃபயர் பத்திக்கு இருச்சா.
நம்ம பீச்சு பக்கம் போத்தா முருடப்பா குத்து வேஸ்டா நீ என் மூடைய ரவுடி பேபி.
You're my only girlfriend, I'll give you two gender, we'll make us new trend, baby.
போத்தா வேஸ்டா ரவுடி பேபி. உன்னால ஏன் மூடாச்சு my hormone balance damage.
காமாட்சி, என் மீனாட்சி, இந்த மாதிரிக்கும் உன் மேல கண்ணாச்சி.
1 plus 1 2 mama, you plus me 3 mama.
Body Jhansi Rani, என் கிருஷ்ணவேணி, I'll buy you pony, அந்த ஓட்டின்னு வாணி.
ஏ மந்திரவாதி கெடிக்கு செடி நான் உன்னுல பாதி நம்ம செம்ம ஜோடி. ரவுடி பேபி ரவுடி பேபி ரவுடி பேபி
ஏய், என் கோலி சோடாவே, என் கறி குழம்பே, உன் குட்டி பப்பி நான் take me, take me.
ஏ சிலுக்கு சட்டை நீ வெயிட் கட்ட லவ் சொட்ட சொட்ட talk me my dear மச்சான் நீ மனச வச்சா நம்ம ஒரு சிக்கலாம் நெஞ்சு ஜிகு ஜிகுதா.
My dear ராணி, என் ட்ரீம்ல வாணி நம்ம ஒன்னா சேர ஃபயர் பத்திக்கு இருச்சா.
நம்ம பீச்சு பக்கம் போத்தா முருடப்பா குத்து வேஸ்டா நீ என் மூடைய ரவுடி பேபி.
You're my only girlfriend, I'll give you two gender, we'll make us new trend, baby.
கொடி அங்கதமே ஒட்டார ஒட்டார சந்தனமே முல்ல மலர் கொடி முத்தாரமே எங்கூரு குத்தாளமே
துருக்க பையமா வெத்தல மட்டையம்மா சுமந்த கையம்மா மத்தல மொட்டையம்மா தாயம்மா என்ன பண்ண மாயம்மா வள்ளியம்மா வேறாண்டி சங்கதிய கூறாண்டி கண்ணடிய காணாண்டி இந்த
அன்ன கிளி அடியால மர கிழவண்ண கிளி நல்லபடி வாழ சொல்லி இந்த மண்ணை கொடுத்தானே பூர்வ குடி கம்மங்கர காணி எல்லாம் பாடி திரிஞ்சானே ஆதிக்குடி நாய் நரி பூனைக்கும் தான் இந்த ஏரி குளம் கூட சொந்தமடி என்ஜாமி வாங்கோ ஒன்னாரி அம்மா ஏ அம்பாரி இந்தா மும்மாரி என்ஜாமி வாங்கோ ஒன்னாரி அம்மா ஏ அம்பாரி இந்தா மும்மாரி குக்கு முட்டைய போடும் கோழிக்கு குக்கு ஒப்பனை யாரு மயிலுக்கு குக்கு பச்சைய பூசும் பாசிக்கு குச்சிய அடுக்குன கூட்டுக்கு
ஆடுபட்ட மக்கா கரப்பு மேட்டுக்கார வேர்வ தண்ணி சொக்கா மினுக்கு நாட்டுக்கார அகட்டி கருப்பட்டி பூதாங்கோடு மண்ணு சட்டி அதோட கூடு கட்டி ஆரம்பிச்ச நாகரிகம் செஞ்சன ஜனக்கு ஜன மக்களே உப்புக்கு சப்பு கொட்டு முட்டைக்குள்ள சட்டு கொட்டு அட்டைக்கு ரத்தம் கொட்டு கிட்டி புல்லு வெட்டி வெட்டு
5 மரம் வளர்த்தேன் அழகான தோட்டம் வச்சேன் தோட்டம் செழிச்சாலும் கடலே கரையே வனமே சனமே நிலமே கொலமே இடமே தடமே
என்ஜாமி வாங்கோ ஒன்னாரி அம்பா ஏ அம்பாரி இந்தா மும்மாரி என்ஜாமி வாங்கோ ஒன்னாரி அம்பா ஏ அம்பாரி இந்தா மும்மாரி
பாட்டன் பூட்டன் காத்த பூமி ஆட்டம் போட்டு காட்டும் சாமி நாட்டு நந்தா சுத்தி வந்தா சேவ கூவச்சு அது போட்டு வச்ச எச்சம் தானே காடா மாறிச்சு நம்ம நாடா மாறிச்சு இந்த வீடா மாறிச்சு
என்ன குறை என் கிளி கரும்புக்கு என்ன குறை என் ஜில்ல பேராண்டிக்கு என்ன குறை பந்தலில பாவக்கா அத கல்லு விட்டு இருக்கு அப்பா நான் விட்டதுங்க
on me. Pussy, it's two of me. Yeah. I'm just doing me. I got my gun, you got your gun, nigga. You and me. I can't do shit for free, bitch. I'm doing me. I gotta get it by myself. I get this money by myself. I swear I do it like it's two of me. I'm Lil Durk 2 times, yeah. I'm Lil Durk 2 times. I'm Lil Durk 2 times, yeah. I'm Lil Durk 2 times. I'm Lil Durk 2 times, yeah. Lil Durk 2 times. I'm Lil Durk 2 times, yeah. It's 2 Glocks, 2 bitches sucking on my Johnson. I'm like Tupac. I'm in the A with Thugger, free goo up. I share my last 2 with my brothers, bring 2 pops.
That's my daddy on the beat.
Girl, half black, half Asian. I'm riding with a girl, half black, half Asian. Oh, I feel amazing. Even though I would have chosen Rican, but it's a special occasion. Riding with a girl, half black, half Asian. I'm riding with a girl, half black, half Asian. Oh, I feel amazing. Even though I would have chosen Rican, but it's a special occasion.
I got a bitch that's on my team, and I think she park her in. I told
If I had no more time left to be here, would you cherish what we had? Everything that you were looking for. If I couldn't feel your touch, and no longer were you with me, I'd be wishing you were here. Everything that I've been looking for.
Fraud niggas, y'all niggas, that's that shit I don't like. Yo shit, make believe, rapping about my own life. Woo! That's rare nigga. Woo! Ric Flair nigga. Woo! The power's in my hair nigga. Woo! I get this beat the chair nigga. Soho, a Tribeca, 3 hoes, trifecta, dope money, hope money, shoe blow, my watch better, my pen's better, you don't write, trendsetter, you clone like, pay homage or case vomit, ungrateful niggas I don't like. Rah!
A fuck nigga, that's that shit I don't like.
Bang bang.
A snitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like.
Bang bang.
A bitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like.
Bang bang.
Sneak this up, that's that shit I don't like.
They smile in my face is what I don't like. They steal your whole sound, that's a sound bite. The media crucify me like they did Christ. They wanna find me not breathing like they found Mike. A girl will run her mouth only out of spite, but I never hit a woman, never in my life. I was in too deep like Mackay Fife. In that pussy so deep I could've drowned twice. Rose gold, Jesus peace with the brown ice. Eating good vegetarian with the brown rice. Girls kissing girls, cause it's hot, right? But unless they use a strap on, then they not dykes. They ain't about that life, they ain't about that life. We hanging out the window, it's about to be a Suge night. Free bump, Jay, real nigga for life. Shout out to Derrick Rose, man that nigga nice. Shout out to LEP, J Boogie, right? Chief Keef, King Louis, this is Shy, right? Right?
A fuck nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A snitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A bitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Sneak this up, that's that shit I don't like. Don't like, don't like. A snitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Fake Gucci, that's that shit that I don't like. I'm smoking on this dope, higher than a kite. This bitch gon' knock me down, she gon' let me pipe. Screaming so that's that nigga that I like. I don't want relations, I just want one night. Cause a thirsty bitch, that's that shit that I don't like. I got tats up on my arms, cause this shit is life. And I splash on bunch of clothes, cause I'm living life. I come up on the scene, and I'm still in light. Bitch, I'm half life, got me feeling right. Bitch, I'm cheap keep, fuck who don't like. And bitch, we GBE, we just gon' sight. A fuck nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A snitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A bitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Sneak this out, that's that shit
feeling the same. Nigga, I'm fucking insane. Fuck is you saying? Yo ass been doing the same shit, not doing what you saying. Dang, I told your old bitch she was fucking the lane. Turn one hoe to a train, blow, blang. My niggas holding that pain. I just hope you been praying, bang, bang. Riding for my niggas and that's for life. High class, I'm just surrounded by these low lives. And I run this bitch like it's no lights. Going hard the whole night, cause I ain't going back to my old life, I promise.
A fuck nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A snitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A bitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Sneak this up, that's that shit I don't like.
I done sold purple, I done sold white, running out of work, that's that shit I don't like. She never let me hit, she gave me dome twice. She blowing up my phone, that's that bitch I don't like. Nah, jean jacket with the sleeves cut, put the pressure on them just when they think that I eased up. 30 for the Cuban, another 30 for the Jesus. Believe in ourselves when nobody else believed us. Suckers.
Fuck nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A snitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A bitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Sneak this up, that's that shit I don't like.
Rude boy, how we run the show. So I do something for now. Just listen, let me tell you my story. How it go? I just get a letter from my baby. She write me, oh, I got to let her know. So listen, no goes flow. Oh, I read your letter just the other day, telling me how much you're going away. I wonder what can make you stray. I love you, baby, and why? I never buy you fancy clothes. I never bought you chocolate or rose. I wonder if it things like those could make you
tonight. Don't leave your girl around me, true player for real. Ask my nigga for real. Come on. This how it's going down. You smell it? You smell it? Don't leave your girl around me, true player for real. Ask my nigga for real. Let 'em know.
Situations will arise in our lives, but you gotta be smart about it. Celebrations with the guys I sacrificed, 'cause I knew you could not sleep without it. Meanwhile, I loved you. You were my girl. You see, thought the world of you, but you're so steady, baby. It's okay, girl, 'cause I'ma be alright tonight. You don't have to call. It's okay, girl, 'cause I'ma be alright tonight. Oh, girl, your face is saying why. Tears and eyes. Should've been more smart about it. Should've cherished me. Listening to friends. Now it's the ending. Then again, no story can end without it. Damn, I loved you. You were my girl. You see, thought the world of you, but you're so steady, baby. It's okay, girl, 'cause I'ma be alright tonight. You don't have to call. It's okay, girl, 'cause I'ma be alright tonight. Gonna boogie tonight, 'cause I'm honestly too young of a guy to stay home waiting for love. So tonight I'm gonna do every single thing done, and that's party. Oh yeah. Oh no. You don't have to call. You don't gotta call. It's okay, girl. It's okay, girl. 'Cause I'ma be alright. I'ma be alright. You don't have to call. You ain't gotta call. It's okay. I'm okay, girl. 'Cause I'ma be alright tonight. Tonight I'm going out with my nigga. Yeah. It's okay. I'm alright, girl. 'Cause I'ma be alright tonight. I'm alright. Boogie tonight, 'cause I'm honestly too young of a guy to stay home waiting for love. So tonight I'm gonna do every single thing does. You don't and that's party. It's okay, girl, 'cause I'ma be alright tonight. It's okay, girl. It's okay. I'ma be alright tonight. Yeah. It's okay, girl. 'Cause I'ma be sick and tired of being home. I'm gonna have me some fun. Hey, yeah. It's okay, girl. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's alright tonight. I'm not waiting at home for you. Bye bye.
Damn, Kai, you going crazy. I be in a loop, she be in a group. Brody want a friend, throwing alley hoop. Turn something to nothing, bro, I'm living proof. How can I lose when we the who's? Still running around with Mohawk, jet ready, packed to go yard. People probably think I show off, I ain't even give it yet. Running up a silly chick, stand out the internet. Share the stage with Billie Eilish, turn it any given time. Personal partners, pillow talking, cause I got rich without them. Only thing they should be saying is, baby, keep it silent. We ain't even deep as we used to be, this shit slick divided. Bro ain't got no hustle or nothing, so he gon' stick to violence. I be knowing the rundown, I'm doubting, so I can't speak about it. She know I'm a gangster, she love me, I bring the freak about it. Can't play with me, you know I coach him. I'm in a different league, I'm tired of showing what I can get done. What you gon' do for me? 40,000 miles up in the air, only time I get some Z's. Full court press, foot on their neck, and I can't let them breathe. Blood, sweat, and tears come with this check, it ain't nowhere near easy. Had to fall back, you know how that go, we only speaking briefly. Hope I'm not too much to handle. City nigga from Atlanta,
spent my last check on ammo. This is not a regular Lambo. $100,000 kit could've put down on another Lambo. Don't be in the mix, I built this shit forever, have it say so. This shit gon' get serious about my money, this ain't no fucking Play-Doh. Wrote it down for double homicide, I try to tell him lay low. C don't like to drive, but he spin good, I'm on the way to Clayco. AK-47s in the spots before they made the Draco. I'm just tryna ball and live, 100 mil on calling deals. I'm the boss, pay all the bills, I'm the golden child for real. Go off in this bitch, I will. I've been on my grind for years, and I'm out here grinding still. I need equity to sign a deal. I'm just tryna ball and live, 100 mil on calling deals. I'm the boss, pay all the bills, I'm the golden child for real. Go off in this bitch, I will. I've been on my grind for years, and I'm out here grinding still. I need equity to sign a deal. Over buying cars, I snatched the barbers just for motivation. Shoot out at the spot today, tomorrow we at a new location. Free all of the guys, I hope y'all beat the case and get probation. Stashed at my mama house, 400 bands in the ventilation. Now look how I'm living, I bought a house for the money to stay at. Right when niggas think that I got soft, I'ma pull up and spray it. Living like a dumb, I smoke a blunt in the back of the Maybach. Pull up like your mama with this switch, why the fuck would you say that? You could do it first, I'ma do it worse, gotta double the payback. Never take it personal, show no mercy, bruh taught me that way back. Kano took it off, I was always taught, don't take hoes where you stay at. Keep a stash house, you can't take none to the spot where you lay at. Never be a bother, if you off me, no problem, just say that. Never running off, so if I owe you, I got you, I pay that. Get this shit my all, so when I'm old, I can chill and just lay back. Really from the bottom, so the trenches is where I feel safe at. I'm just tryna ball and live, 100 mil on calling deals. I'm the boss, pay all the bills, I'm the golden child for real. Go off in this bitch, I will. I've been on my grind for years, and I'm out here grinding still. I need equity to sign a deal. I'm just tryna ball and live, 100 mil on calling deals. I'm the boss, pay all the bills, I'm the golden child for real. Go off in this bitch, I will. I've been on my grind for years, and I'm out here grinding still. I need equity to sign a deal.
Spotlight, moonlight, white chicks, Lemuria. She look good in the moonlight. All these f***ing so bad, my spotlight, moonlight, white chicks, Lemuria. She look good in the moonlight. All these f***ing so bad, my spotlight, moonlight, white chicks, Lemuria. She look good in the moonlight. All these f***ing so bad, my spotlight, moonlight, white chicks, Lemuria. She look good in the moonlight. All these f***ing so bad, my spotlight. I don't need a fucking risk, no. What were you missing? Can't use your list, no. Like an investing, taking shots with all your breath, no. Feel like a damn bitch. Spotlight.
கிருச்சா You're my only girlfriend. I'll give you cool gender. We'll make us new tender, baby.
Girl, you're my chamakachalo. Where you go, girl, I'm gonna follow. What you want, girl, just let me know. You can be my chamakachalo. Shorty, I'm gonna get ya. You know I'm gonna get ya. You know I'll even let you be my chamakachalo. Kaisa sharmara aaja nach ke dikha de. Aa meri hole aaja pari da gira de. Aa meri akhiyon se akhiyan mila de. Aa tu na nakhre dikha. Wanna be my chamakachalo. Wanna be my chamakachalo. Wanna be my chamakachalo. Wanna be my chamakachalo. तू मेरी चमक चलो तेरी पिक्चर का मैं हीरो Give it to me girl मुझको दे दो You can be my चमक चलो Shorty I'm gonna get ya You know I'm gonna get ya Maybe I'll even let you be my चमक चलो कैसा शर्माना आजा नच के दिखा दे आ मेरी होले आजा पारी दा गिरा दे आ मेरी अखियों से अखियां मिला दे आ तू ना नखरे दिखा Wanna be my चमक चलो 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 குத்தாளமே எங்கூரு குத்தாளமே துருக்க பையமா வெத்தல மட்டையம்மா சுமந்த கையம்மா மத்தலம் கொட்டியம்மா தாயம்மா என்ன பண்ண மாயம்மா பள்ளியம்மா வேறாண்டி சங்கதிய கூறாண்டி கண்ணடிய காணாண்டி இந்த அன்ன கிளி அடியால மர கிழவண்ண கிளி நல்லபடி வாழ சொல்லி இந்த மண்ணை கொடுத்தானே பூர்வ குடி கம்மங்கர காணி எல்லாம் பாடி திரிஞ்சானே ஆதிக்குடி நாய் நரி பூனைக்கும் தான் இந்த ஏரி குளம் கூட சொந்தமடி என்ஜாமி வாங்கோ ஒன்னாரி அம்மா ஏ அம்பாரி இந்தா மும்மாரி என்ஜாமி வாங்கோ ஒன்னாரி அம்மா ஏ அம்பாரி இந்தா மும்மாரி குக்கு முட்டைய போடும் கோழிக்கு குக்கு ஒப்பனை யாரு மயிலுக்கு குக்கு பச்சைய பூசும் பாசிக்கு குச்சிய அடுக்கின கூட்டுக்கு ஆடுபட்ட மக்கா மரப்பு மேட்டுக்கார வேர்வ தண்ணி சொக்கா மினுக்கு நாட்டுக்கார அகட்டி கருப்பட்டி பூதாங்கோடு மண்ணு சட்டி அதோட கூடு கட்டி ஆரம்பிச்ச நாகரிகம் செஞ்சன ஜனக்கு ஜன மக்களே உப்புக்கு சப்பு கொட்டு முட்டைக்குள்ள சட்டு கொட்டு அன்னைக்கு ரத்தம் கொட்டு கிட்டி புல்லு வெட்டு வெட்டு 5 மரம் வளர்த்து அழகான தோட்டம் வச்சு தோட்டம் செழிச்சாலும் கடலே கரையே வனமே சனமே நிலமே கொலமே இடமே தடமே என்ஜாமி வாங்கோ ஒன்னாரி அம்பா ஏ அம்பாரி இந்தா மும்மாரி என்ஜாமி வாங்கோ ஒன்னாரி அம்பா ஏ அம்பாரி இந்தா மும்மாரி பாட்டன் பூட்டன் காத்த பூமி ஆட்டம் போட்டு காட்டும் சாமி ராட்டு நந்தா சுத்தி வந்தா சேவ கூவச்சு அது போட்டு வச்ச எச்சம் தானே காடா மாறிச்சு நம்ம நாடா மாறிச்சு இந்த வீடா மாறிச்சு என்ன குறை என் கிளி கரும்புக்கு என்ன குறை என் ஜில்ல பேராண்டிக்கு என்ன குறை பந்தலில பாவக்கா அத கல்லு விட்டு இருக்கு அப்பா நாத்தா விட்டதுங்க
of me. It's two of me. Yeah. I'm just doing me. I got my gun, you got your gun, nigga. You and me. I can't do shit for free, bitch. I'm doing me. I gotta get it by myself. I get this money by myself. I swear I do it like it's two of me. I'm Lil Durk 2 times, yeah. I'm Lil Durk 2 times. I'm Lil Durk 2 times, yeah. I'm Lil Durk 2 times. I'm Lil Durk 2 times, yeah. Lil Durk 2 times. I'm Lil Durk 2 times, yeah. It's 2 Glocks, 2 bitches sucking on my Johnson. I'm like Tupac. I'm in the A with Thugger, free goo up. I share my last 2 with my brothers, bring 2 pops.
That's my daddy on the beat.
girl, half black, half Asian. I'm riding with a girl, half black, half Asian. Oh, I feel amazing. Even though I would've chosen Rican, but it's a special occasion. Riding with a girl, half black, half Asian. I'm riding with a girl, half black, half Asian. Oh, I feel amazing. Even though I would've chosen Rican, but it's a special occasion.
I got a bitch that's on my team, and I think she part Korean. I told
If I had no more time left to be here, would you cherish what we had? Everything that you were looking for. If I couldn't feel your touch, and no longer were you with me, I'd be wishing you were here. Everything that I've been looking for.
Fraud niggas, y'all niggas, that's that shit I don't like. Yo shit, make believe, rapping about my own life. Woo, that's rare nigga. Woo, Ric Flair nigga. Woo, the power's in my hair nigga. Woo, I get this beat the chair nigga. Soho, a Tribeca, 3 hoes, trifecta, dope money, hope money, shoe blow, my watch better, my pen's better. You don't write, trendsetter, you clone like. Pay homage or case vomit, ungrateful niggas I don't like. Rah!
A fuck nigga, that's that shit I don't like.
Bang bang.
A snitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like.
Bang bang.
A bitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like.
Bang bang.
Sneak nigga, that's that shit I don't like.
They smile in my face is what I don't like. They steal your whole sound, that's a sound bite. The media crucify me like they did Christ. They wanna find me not breathing like they found Mike. A girl to run her mouth only out of spite, but I never hit a woman, never in my life. I was in too deep like Mackay Fife. In that pussy so deep I could've drowned twice. Rose gold, Jesus peace with the brown ice. Eating good vegetarian with the brown rice. Girls kissing girls, cause it's hot, right? But unless they use a strap on, then they not dykes. They ain't about that life, they ain't about that life. We hanging out the window, it's about to be a Suge night. Free bump, Jay, real nigga for life. Shout out to Derrick Rose, man that nigga nice. Shout out to LEP, J Boogie, right? Chief Keef, King Louis, this is shy, right? Right?
A fuck nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A snitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A bitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Sneak nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Don't like, don't like. A snitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Fake Gucci, that's that shit that I don't like. Smoking on this dope, higher than a kite. This bitch gon' knock me down, she gon' let me fight. Screaming so that's that nigga that I like. I don't want relations, I just want one night. Cause a thirsty bitch, that's that shit that I don't like. I got tats up on my arms, cause this shit is life. And I splash on bunch of clothes, cause I'm living life. I come up on the scene, and I'm still in light. Bitch, I'm half life, got me feeling right. Bitch, I'm cheap keep, fuck who don't like. And bitch, we GBE, we just gon' sight. A fuck nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A snitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A bitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Sneak nigga, that's that shit I don't like.
Whoa. We are not one and the same. Nigga, I'm fucking insane. Fuck is you saying? Yo ass been doing the same shit, not doing what you saying. Dang, I told your old bitch she was fucking the lane. Turn one hoe to a train, blow, blang. My niggas holding that pain. I just hope you been praying, bang, bang. Riding for my my niggas and that's for life. High class, I'm just surrounded by these low lives. And I run this bitch like it's no lights. Going hard the whole night, cause I ain't going back to my old life, I promise.
A fuck nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Nah. A snitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Nah. A bitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Nah. Sneak this that's that shit I don't like.
I done sold purple, I done sold white, running out of work, that's that shit I don't like. She never let me hit, she gave me dome twice. She blowing up my phone, that's that bitch I don't like. Nah, jean jacket with the sleeves cut, put the pressure on them just when they think that I eased up. 30 for the Cuban, another 30 for the Jesus. Believe in ourselves when nobody else believed us. Suckers.
Fuck nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A snitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A bitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Sneak this that's that shit I don't like.
Rude boy, how we run the show. So I guess I'm nothing now. Just listen, let me tell you my story. How it goes. I just get a letter from my baby. She write me, oh, I got to let her know. So listen, no goes flow. Oh, I read your letter just the other day, telling me how much you're going away. I wonder what could make you stray. I love you, baby, and why? I never buy you fancy clothes. I never bought you chocolate or rose.
your girl around me, true player for real. Ask my nigga for real. Come on. That's how it's going down. Smell it. Smell it. Don't leave your girl around me, true player for real. Ask my nigga for real. I don't know.
Situations will arise in our lives, but you gotta be smart about it. Celebrations with the guys I sacrificed, cause I knew you could not sleep without it. Meanwhile I loved you, you were my girl. You see I thought the world of you, but you're so steady leaving, baby. It's okay, girl, cause I'ma be alright tonight. You don't have to call. It's okay, girl, cause I'ma be alright tonight. Oh, girl, your face is saying why. Tears and eyes, should've been more smart about it. Should've cherished me, listening to friends. Now it's the ending, and again, no story can end without it. Damn, I loved you, you were my girl. You see, I thought the world of you, but you're so steady leaving, baby. It's okay, girl, cause I'ma be alright tonight. You don't have to call. It's okay, girl, cause I'ma be alright tonight. Gonna boogie tonight, cause I'm honestly too young of a guy to stay home waiting for love. So tonight I'm gonna do every single thing done, and that's party. Oh yeah. Oh no. You don't have to call. You don't gotta call. It's okay, girl. It's okay, girl. I'ma be alright. I'ma be alright. You don't have to call. You ain't gotta call. It's okay. I'm okay, girl, cause I'ma be alright tonight. Tonight I'm going out with my nigga. Yeah. It's okay. I'm alright, girl, cause I'ma be alright tonight. I'm alright. Boogie tonight, cause I'm honestly too young of a guy to stay home waiting for love. So tonight I'm gonna do every single thing does. You don't and that's party. It's okay, girl, cause I'ma be alright tonight. You don't have to call. It's okay, girl. It's okay. I'ma be alright tonight. Yeah. It's okay, girl, cause I'ma be sick and tired of being home. I'm gonna have me some fun. Hey, yeah. It's okay, girl. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's alright tonight. I'm not waiting at home for you. Bye bye.
Damn, Kai, you going crazy. I be in a loop, she be in a group. Brody want a friend, throwing alley hoop. Turn something to nothing, bro, I'm living proof. How can I lose when we the who's? Still running around with more, jet ready, packed to go, yard. People probably think I show off, I ain't even give it yet. Running up a silly check, staying off the internet. Share the stage with Billie Eilish, turn it any given time. Personal partners, pillow talking, cause I got rich without them. Only thing they should be saying is, baby, keep it silent. We ain't even deep as we used to be, this shit slick divided. Bro ain't got no hustle or nothing, so he gon' stick to violence. I be knowing the rundown, I'm doubting, so so I can't speak about it. She know I'm a gangster, she love me, I bring the freak about it. Can't play with me, you know I coach him. I'm in a different league, I'm tired of showing what I can get done. What you gon' do for me? 40,000 miles up in the air, only time I get some Z's. Full court press foot on their neck, and I can't let them breathe. Blood, sweat, and tears come with this check, it ain't nowhere near easy. Had to fall back, you know how that go, we only speaking briefly. Hope I'm not too much to handle. City nigga from Atlanta, I spent my last check on ammo. This is not a regular Lambo. $100,000 kit, could've put down on another Lambo. Don't be in the mix, I built this shit forever, having say so. This shit gon' get serious about my money, this ain't no fucking Play-Doh. Wrote it down for double homicide, I try to tell him lay low. C don't like to drive, but he spin good, I'm on the way to Clayco. AK-47s in the spots before they made the Draco. I'm just tryna ball and live, 100 mil, I'm calling deals. I'm the boss, pay all the bills, I'm the golden child for real. Go off in this bitch, I will. I been on my grind for years, and I'm out here grinding still. I need equity to sign a deal. I'm just tryna ball and live, 100 mil, I'm calling deals. I'm the boss, pay all the bills, I'm the golden child for real. Go off in this bitch, I will. I been on my grind for years, and I'm out here grinding still. I need equity to sign a deal. Over buying cars, I snatched the barbers just for motivation. Shoot out at the spot today, tomorrow we at a new location. Free all of the guys, I hope y'all beat the case to get probation. Stashed at my mama house, 400 bands in the ventilation. Now look how I'm living, I bought a house for the money to stay at. Right when niggas think that I got soft, I'ma pull up and spray it. Living like a dumb, I smoke a blunt in the back of the Maybach. Pull up like your mama with this switch, why the fuck would you say that? You could do it first, I'ma do it worse, gotta double the payback. Never take it personal, show no mercy, bruh taught me that way back. Kano took it off, I was always taught, don't take hoes where you stay at. Keep a stash house, you can't take none to the spot where you lay at. Never be a bother, if you off me, no problem, just say that. Never running off, so if I owe you, I got you, I pay that. Get this shit my all, so when I'm old, I can chill and just lay back. Really from the bottom, so the trenches is where I feel safe at. I'm just tryna ball and live, 100 mil, I'm calling deals. I'm the boss, pay all the bills, I'm the golden child for real. Go off in this bitch, I will. I been on my grind for years, and I'm out here grinding still. I need equity to sign a deal. I'm just tryna ball and live, 100 mil, I'm calling deals. I'm the boss, pay all the bills, I'm the golden child for real. Go off in this bitch, I will. I been on my grind for years, and I'm out here grinding still. I need equity to sign a deal.
She look good in the moonlight. Oh, this fucking so bad, man. Spotlight, moonlight. You white, she make it moonlight. She look good in the moonlight. Oh, this fucking so bad, man. Spotlight, moonlight. You white, she make it moonlight. She look good in the moonlight. Oh, this fucking so bad, man. Spotlight, moonlight. You white, she make it moonlight. She look good in the moonlight. Oh, this fucking so bad, man. Spotlight. I don't need a fucking rest, no. Oh, you listen, scan against your list, no. Like an investing, taking shots below your breath, no. Feel like a damn man.
என் ட்ரீம்ல வாணி நம்ம ஒன்னா சேர ஃபயர் பத்திக்கிருச்சா
நம்ம பீச்சு பக்கம் போத்தா ஒரு டப்பாங்குத்து வேஸ்டா நீ என்னுடைய ரவுடி பேபி
You're my only girlfriend. I'll give you 2 gender. We'll make us new trend, baby.
rowdy baby rowdy உன்னால ஏன் மூடாச்சு my hormone balance damage
காமாட்சி, என் மீனாட்சி, இந்த மாதிரிக்கும் உன் மேல கண்ணாச்சி.
1 plus 1 2 mama you plus me 3 mama
வாடி ஜான்சி ராணி, என் கிருஷ்ணவேணி. I'll buy you pony, அத்த ஓட்டின்னு வாணி.
ஏ மந்திரவாதி கேடிக்கு கேடி நான் உன்னுள்ள பாதி நம்ம செம்ம ஜோடி rowdy baby rowdy baby rowdy baby rowdy
ஏய், என் கோலி சோடாவே, என் கறி குழம்பே, உன் குட்டி பப்பி நான் take me, take me.
ஏ சிலுக்கு சட்டை நீ வெயிட் கட்ட லவ் சொட்ட சொட்ட talk me my dear மச்சான் நீ மனச வச்சா நம்ம ஒரு சிக்கலாம் ஜிகு ஜிகு
My dear ராணி, என் ட்ரீம்ல வாணி நம்ம ஒன்னா சேர ஃபயர் பத்திக்கிருச்சா
நம்ம பீச்சு பக்கம் போத்தா ஒரு டப்பாங்குத்து வேஸ்டா நீ என்னுடைய ரவுடி பேபி
You're my only girlfriend. I'll give you 2 gender. We'll make us new trend, baby.
Girl, you're my chamacachalo. Where you go, girl, I'm gonna follow. What you want, girl, just let me know. You could be my chamacachalo. Shorty, I'm gonna get ya. You know I'm gonna get ya. You know I'll even let you be my chamacachalo. Yes, I shall mara aja nach ke dikhare. Ameri hole aja pari da jirare. Ameri yakkiyon se yakkiyan milare. Hum tu na nakhre dikha. Wanna be my chamacachalo. Wanna be my chamacachalo. Wanna be my chamacachalo. Wanna be my chamacachalo. तू मेरी चमक चलो तेरी पिक्चर का मैं हीरो ये भी तुम दिल मुझको दे दो ये कभी मैं चमक चलो Shorty I'm gonna get ya you know I'm gonna get ya maybe I'll even
चलो कैसा शर्माना आजा नच के दिखा दे आ मेरी होले आजा पारी राजी रे आ मेरी अखियों से अखियां मिला रे आ तू ना नखरे दिखा wanna be my चमक चलो 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 कैसा शर्माना तुझे नच के दिखा मेरा हो जाए जो मैं पर्दा गिरा आ तुझे अखियों में अपने बसा लूं आ तू ना नखरे दिखा wanna be my चमक चलो 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 தாத்தா தாத்தா களவெட்டி கூ கூ பொந்துல யாரு மீன் கொத்தி கூ கூ தண்ணியிலோடும் தவளைக்கு கூ கூ கம்பளி பூச்சி தங்கச்சி அள்ளி மலர் கொடி அங்கதமே ஒட்டார ஒட்டார சந்தனமே முல்ல மலர் கொடி முத்தாரமே எங்கூரு குத்தாளமே துருக்க பையமா வெத்தல மட்டையம்மா சுமந்த கையம்மா மத்தலம் கொட்டியம்மா தாயம்மா தாயம்மா என்ன பண்ண மாயம்மா பள்ளியம்மா வேறாண்டி சங்கதிய கூறாண்டி கண்ணடிய காணாண்டி இந்த
அன்ன கிளி அடியால மர கிழவண்ண கிளி நல்லபடி வாழ சொல்லி இந்த மண்ணை கொடுத்தானே பூர்வ குடி கம்மங்கர காணி எல்லாம் பாடி திரிஞ்சானே ஆதிக்குடி நாய் நரி பூனைக்கும் தான் இந்த ஏரி குளம் கூட சொந்தமடி என்ஜாயி என்ஜாமி வாங்கோ வாங்கோ ஒன்னாரி அம்மா ஏ அம்பாரி இந்தா இந்தா மும்மாரி என்ஜாயி என்ஜாமி வாங்கோ வாங்கோ ஒன்னாரி அம்மா ஏ அம்பாரி இந்தா இந்தா மும்மாரி குக்கு குக்கு முட்டைய போடும் கோழிக்கு குக்கு குக்கு ஒப்பனை யாரு மயிலுக்கு குக்கு குக்கு பச்சைய பூசும் பாசிக்கு குக்கு குக்கு குச்சிய அடுக்குன கூட்டுக்கு
பாடுபட்ட மக்கா மரப்பு மேட்டுக்கார வேர்வ தண்ணி சொக்கா மினுக்கு நாட்டுக்கார அகட்டி கருப்பட்டி பூதாங்கோடு மண்ணு சட்டி அதோட கூடு கட்டி ஆரம்பிச்ச நாகரிகம் செஞ்சன ஜனக்கு ஜன மக்களே உப்புக்கு சப்பு கொட்டு முட்டைக்குள்ள சட்டு கொட்டு அட்டைக்கு ரத்தம் கொட்டு கிட்டி புல்லு வெட்டு வெட்டு
அஞ்சு மரம் வளர்த்தேன் அழகான தோட்டம் வச்சேன் தோட்டம் செழிச்சாலும் என் தொண்டை கடலே கரையே வனமே சனமே நிலமே கொலமே இடமே தடமே
என்ஜாயி என்ஜாமி வாங்கோ வாங்கோ ஒன்னாரி அம்பா ஏ அம்பாரி இந்தா இந்தா மும்மாரி என்ஜாயி என்ஜாமி வாங்கோ வாங்கோ ஒன்னாரி அம்பா ஏ அம்பாரி இந்தா இந்தா மும்மாரி
பூட்டன் காத்த பூமி ஆட்டம் போட்டு காட்டும் சாமி ராட்டு நந்தா சுத்தி வந்தா சேவ கூவச்சு அது போட்டு வச்ச எச்சம் தானே காடா மாறிச்சு நம்ம நாடா மாறிச்சு இந்த வீடா மாறிச்சு
என்ன குறை என் கிளி கரும்புக்கு என்ன குறை என் ஜில்ல பேராண்டிக்கு என்ன குறை பந்தலில பாவக்கா அத கல்லு விட்டு இருக்கு அது அத கல்லு விட்டு இருக்கு அப்பா நாத்தா விட்டதுங்க
I'm just doing me. I got my gun, you got your gun, nigga. You and me. I can't do shit for free, bitch. I'm doing me. I gotta get it by myself. I get this money by myself. I swear I do it like it's two of me. I'm Lil Durk 2 times, yeah. I'm Lil Durk 2 times. I'm Lil Durk 2 times, yeah. I'm Lil Durk 2 times. I'm Lil Durk 2 times, yeah. Lil Durk 2 times. I'm Lil Durk 2 times, yeah. It's 2 Glocks, 2 bitches sucking on my Johnson. I'm like Tupac. I'm in the A with Thugger, free goo up. I share my last 2 with my brothers, bring 2 pops.
That's my daddy on the beat.
Riding with a girl, half black, half Asian. I'm riding with a girl, half black, half Asian. Oh, I feel amazing. Even though I would've chosen Rican, but it's a special occasion. Riding with a girl, half black, half Asian. I'm riding with a girl, half black, half Asian. Oh, I feel amazing. Even though I would've chosen Rican, but it's a special occasion. I got a bitch that's on my team, and I think she part Korean. I told
If I had no more time left to be here, would you cherish what we had? Everything that you were looking for. If I couldn't feel your touch, and no longer were you with me, I'd be wishing you were here. Everything that I've been looking for.
Fraud niggas, y'all niggas, that's that shit I don't like. Yo shit, make believe, rapping about my own life. Woo!
That's rare, nigga. Woo! Ric Flair, nigga. Woo! The power's in my head, nigga. Woo! I get this beat the chair, nigga. Soho, a Tribeca, 3 hoes, trifecta. Dope money, hope money, shoe blow. My watch better, my pen's better. You don't write, trendsetter, you clone like. Pay homage or case vomit. Ungrateful niggas I don't like. Rah!
A fuck, nigga, that's that shit I don't like.
Bang, bang.
A snitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like.
Bang, bang.
A bitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like.
Bang, bang.
Sneak niggas, that's that shit I don't
Chicago,
like.
nigga. They smile in my face, is what I don't like. They steal your whole sound, that's a sound bite. The media crucify me like they did Christ. They wanna find me not breathing like they found Mike. A girl to run her mouth only out of spite, but I never hit a woman, never in my life. I was in too deep like Mackay Fife. In that pussy so deep I could've drowned twice. Rose gold, Jesus peace with the brown ice. Eating good vegetarian with the brown rice. Girls kissing girls, cause it's hot, right? But unless they use a strap on, then they not dykes. They ain't about that life, they ain't about that life. We hanging out the window, it's about to be a Suge night. Free bump, Jay, real nigga for life. Shout out to Derrick Rose, man that nigga nice. Shout out to LEP, J Boogie, right? Chief Keef, King Louis, this is shy, right? Right?
A fuck, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A snitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A bitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Sneak this up, that's that shit I don't like. Don't like, don't like. A snitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Fake Gucci, that's that shit I don't like. I'm smoking on this dope, higher than a kite. This bitch gon' knock me down, she gon' let me fight. Screaming so, that's that nigga that I like. I don't want relations, I just want one night. Cause a thirsty bitch, that's that shit that I don't like. I got tats up on my arms, cause this shit is life. And I splash on bunch of clothes, cause I'm living life. I come up on the scene, and I'm still in light. Bitch, I'm half life, got me feeling right. Bitch, I'm cheap keep, fuck who don't like. And bitch, we GBE, we just gon' sight. A fuck, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A snitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A bitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Sneak, that's that shit I don't like.
Whoa. We are not one and the same. Nigga, I'm fucking insane. Fuck is you saying? Yo ass been doing the same shit, not doing what you saying. Dang, I told your old bitch she was fucking the lane. Turn one hoe to a train, blow, blang. My niggas holding that pain. I just hope you been praying, bang, bang. Riding for my niggas and that's for life. High class, I'm just surrounded by these low lives. And I run this bitch like it's no lights. Going hard the whole night, cause I ain't going back to my old life, I promise.
A fuck, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A snitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A bitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Sneak this up, that's that shit I don't like.
I done sold purple, I done sold white, running out of work, that's that shit I don't like. She never let me hit, she gave me dome twice. She blowing up my phone, that's that bitch I don't like. Nah, jean jacket with the sleeves cut, put the pressure on them just when they think that I eased up. 30 for the Cuban, another 30 for the Jesus. Believe in ourselves when nobody else believed us. Suckers.
Fuck, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A snitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A bitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Sneak this up, that's that shit I don't like.
Rude boy, how we run the show. So I did something for now. Just listen, let me tell you my story. How it goes. I just get a letter from my baby. She write me, oh, I got to let her know. So listen, no goes like me. I am the player who control the destiny. Don't mess with me. Not so long ago you were a friend of mine. You made them trick you up and control your mind. Unfortunately when you leave these arms of mine, you're wasting time. I know your friends been telling you a lot of things about me. I don't give a damn. What am I to do? And I know you've been to play yourself. Know you've seen many fair yourself. Know a lot of guys out there wanna go out with you. No, baby, I love you, and I wish you that you first you doing what you're born to do. No, 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 no. Love you, and then I wish you that you first you doing what you're born to do. I know it doesn't matter that you broke my heart and walked away. And as for your new lover, I hope that he will love you the same way. And that I love you, and I wish you that you first you doing what you're born to do. Baby, I love you, and then I wish you that you first you doing what you're born to do. No, 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 no. Love you, and I wish you that you first you doing what you're born to do. Oh, mama, mama. Love you, and I wish you that you first you doing what you're born to do. Oh, mama, mama. Love you, and I wish you that you first you doing what you're born to do. I love you, and do you remember? Do you remember? Do you remember?
Remember it was under the sycamore tree. A boy want me bow, want me tell him to flee. I tell you it was under the sycamore tree. The sun stopped shining for them. Tell you it was under the sycamore tree. A boy want me bow, want me tell him to flee. I tell you it was under the sycamore tree. The sun stopped shining for me. Well, remember when we used to grow? You used to drop your hint and me think you did a gal. But me a goody and me never know how. Furthermore, me never decide to bow. Well, a long time your friend them did a leak, but you me keep back 'cause me never want speak. And me a gal we go on me church every week. So me nah make no boy turn me in a freak. So me say under the sycamore tree, a boy want me bow.
Yo, after the night, don't leave your girl around me. True player for real. Ask my nigga for real. Come on. That's how it's going down. Smell it. You smell it. Don't leave your girl around me. True player for real. Ask my nigga for real. I don't know.
Situations will arise in our lives, but you gotta be smart about it. Celebrations with the guys I sacrificed, 'cause I knew you could not sleep without it. Meanwhile, I loved you. You were my girl. You see, thought the world of you, but you're so steady, baby. It's okay, girl, 'cause I'ma be right. Should've been more smart about it. Should've cherished me. Listening to friends. Now it's the end. And again, no story can end without it. Damn.